What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, I have been going over like the 6 rarest cars I got, or like 5 more rare vehicles I did end up getting from the auction house. And I was like, you know what, let me do a specific manufacturer this time. So this one I'm going to show 5 different rare Porsches I did end up getting. Now there is going to be a few I'll show at the end that I did have in other videos, but I'll have them in there as like a, oh look, here's a few more type of thing. But with this video though, I was only going to do 4 of them, but I did end up getting a 5th one, and I figured I would end up including it. So first things first, here is probably not going to be very surprising. The brand new 911 GT3 RS. Legit probably one of the most wanted vehicles in this entire game, man. And you know what? I really can't blame people. This thing looks so dang great. After seeing multiples of these in real life, guys, I gotta admit, like the 911 GT3 RS is just, it is legit such a work of art. I'm sure you guys probably saw the other video I did that did have the regular 911 GT3 in it, which is not going to be in this video, but that car I also like a lot because it's kind of like more comfortable, and I do know this one is going to be a full-on race machine. I mean, it has a literally a, wait, can I get a better view of that? Okay, I guess I can't. It is going to have a roll cage, as you guys can see right there, though. So yeah, it's going to be a legit race car. And with that being said, you're also going to have the full-on bucket seats as well. So yeah, it is probably going to be a full-on race car, or at least a race car that you can drive on the road. Here's the interior. I love the detail of this thing, the carbon fiber and all that stuff. I do like the middle screen there. See the carbon fiber detail. You can see the Alcantara and stuff. Really does look so dang good. But I do know a lot of people love the 911 GT3. How can you not, man? The RS is going to be one of those cars that I do know has like a, I guess it's going to have like a meme standpoint online. A lot of people have been talking about this, showing this car and stuff. And I do know people are going to have mixed opinions on the 911. But let's be honest though, the GT3 RS is going to be that kind of car that it's probably hard not to love it. I mean, look at this thing. It looks so dang good. Now, I am going to have mine specced out in blue. I did see a few that were going to be like a black color. I saw one that was also red with like a special red wheel. Here's the interior view here, guys. It looks really great. So looking at it, let me slow down a little bit. See the GT3 RS there. You see the clock in the middle. You'll have the G-force thing on the right. You'll also see like the RPM. Dang, that just like broke trying to accelerate. I am going to be running TC. Now, I believe this car is going to be rear-wheel drive. Let me look, at least with the build I have on it. I have a few builds. Oh, no, it is going to be all-wheel. All right. I do have a few different builds I've been trying out with this car. Some of them are great. Other ones I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Then this one's kind of like more tame. It handles so dang great is why I wanted to throw this on there. I will leave a share code for that, guys, if you want to check it out. It's not my build, by the way. It's somebody else's. So far, though, they did one heck of a job on this vehicle. I am going to have to test out more stuff with tuning to get, you know, more in tune with it. Am I right? But that was a terrible joke. But either way, though, I do need to do that. That way I could probably properly tune, which is going to take some time. But overall, though, I gotta admit, if you want this car, guys, head on over to the auction house. You're going to find this car anywhere from 138,000 to around 20 million. This is what I did end up paying for this one. I did actually somehow get a second one for 138k, but it is probably going to be on the rare side being able to see them. But do keep an eye out in the auction house for the waves when these cars pop up, because you're most likely going to see more than one of them. But moving over to Porsche number 2 is the 911 GT3 RS 4.0 2012. Now, if you guys are wondering, you're probably going to take one look at this car and know probably exactly what I was aiming for. And yes, I was trying to have this thing the same setup as the Porsche I had in Hot Pursuit. Now, I do know this isn't going to be the exact same car. It's going to be a bit newer, but it's also going to pretty much be the exact same body style. Checking this out here, and also whoever made this livery, thank you. It legit brought me right back to Hot Pursuit, which I will show you guys a small clip of the car from Hot Pursuit, which again, I do know that one's going to be a 3.8. I think this one's going to be a 4.0, but again, though, it's pretty much going to be the same body style. Also, quick debate in the comments below. Do you guys like this 911 GT3 RS, or do you prefer the new one? I gotta admit, I'm kind of mixed. I don't know. I kind of like the way this one looks more. I don't know why. Something about the body style of this one, man. I really don't know what it is. You know what? Let me go over to the interior. Now, I do know the new car is going to have all the new technology, like the new look and all that stuff in it. But I gotta admit, something about the way this car looks. I love the screen. It has buttons and stuff, and kind of has like a older style but newer style. You can see that is going to be a stick shift, which the new one I believe doesn't come in stick. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, but I don't think the RS can come in a stick. I do know the regular GT3 can, but this one's going to be an RS also in manual, man. That's wild. But yes, I pretty much had to have this car built like the one from Hot Pursuit. I love that game. And I was like, yo, I'm really enjoying Forza. What cars can I get on this game that are like that one or like other racing games I played? Turns out there really is going to be a lot. Forza Horizon offers so many different things. And that in ways is probably why I have not been able to put this game down pretty much since it came out. I'm still loving every bit of it. But this is once again going to be a similar setup to that, guys. Checking this out. It's so beautiful. Now, if you guys are wondering, this car is going to be in the auction house. There's not a way to get it at the moment. But I did notice this car doesn't sell for a ton of money. I think I got it for like 1.1 million. I'll show a screenshot of it and stuff. I think it was around that, and I think the max sells like 1.4 or something, so it's not going to be insanely expensive. Is this car going to handle as good as something like the new 911 GT3? Well, to be honest, probably not. In this game, you're most likely going to want to have that car if you're going to be competitive, at least I think anyway. But man, the driving style of this car, man, it still feels great with the build I have on it, which again, isn't going to be mine, guys, but I will show a share code photo on the screen for you. But man, this car is so pretty, bro. And look, someone just pulled up next to me with the GT3. That's amazing. I love it. Cruising around in the Porsches, bro. But I don't know what it is. Like, something of the way this car feels. And maybe it could be like the nostalgic factor to it, thinking about the old Need for Speed and stuff. Or realizing how amazing those games were. But also having this car in this game showing me how amazing Forza is being able to cruise in these cars. But this Porsche really does look great, guys. But again, let me know, do you like this style Porsche or do you prefer the new one? I'm really curious because they both offer great things, style, all that stuff. Really am curious to see what y'all think. So after I did end up showing the 911 GT3 RS, the third Porsche I wanted to show is going to be the 911 Turbo S. Now I'm going to admit right now off the bat, I did not even know this car had Brabus parts on it, man. When I saw that, I was like, wait a second. I have got to throw these on the vehicle. So let me move over. You guys can see the side skirt there is Brabus. Moving over, you see the rear wing. You can also see the rear diffuser. This thing looks so dang great, man. I did not even realize you could do that with this car. I do know the E63S is like that, which I did have that car in the other video. Love the way that thing looks, but man, look. A 911 Turbo S with Brabus parts, I've never seen one of these in real life. It looks absolutely incredible. Wait, I just realized the whole side piece is carbon fiber, man. That looks absolutely insane. This car is so beautiful. Now, I have seen a few 911 turbos. In fact, I had a friend that had one. Love this car. I never actually got to go inside of it because I know this thing is insanely quick. Literally so dang fast. What is it, like 2.4 to 60 or something, man, from a launch? Like, it is legit so quick, it's probably going to almost make you nauseous if you're not used to it and stuff. But look at the interior view. The Turbo S is basically going to be a very luxurious 911 GT3. I know that might sound insane, man, but this thing is going to be faster in a straight line than those. I do understand those are going to be for the track, so it does make sense. But looking at the Turbo S, though, you can legit drive across the country in this thing and pretty much have an absolute blast the entire time. I still can't believe there's Brabus parts on this thing, man. That looks absolutely insane. Let me drive it real quick, though, and try this out because I have not even driven this car yet. Now, funny part is I haven't actually went after one of these in a long time. I was looking through going after other Porsches, and I was like, wait a minute, what about the 911 Turbo S? And, well, it turns out went into the auction house. I saw one pop up. I wasn't fast enough, saw a second one. Wasn't fast enough. Saw a third one, though. Managed to buy this one out with $16 million, which from what I did notice is going to be maxed out on it. At least I think it is. And look, the Turbo S for me is going to be absolutely insane. In some ways, I mean, okay, this might sound crazy. I might pick the Turbo S over a 911 GT3 RS. And I know that's probably going to sound a bit insane, though. But the reason for that, though, is I feel like the Turbo S is such a crazy car. I do know this thing is going to be insanely quick. It's going to be very comfortable. I have sat in a few of these, and I could not believe how nice they were inside of them. And as I mentioned, you can literally drive this car across the entire country. You can go insanely fast while doing it in basically every bit there. They are going to be all-wheel drive. I believe they are, which is probably also why they launched the way that they do. Probably going to literally throw your eyeballs in the back of your head. But for me, though, I'd probably pick this, maybe the 911 GT3 kind of tied a bit, and then most likely the RS after that. For some odd reason, I do like the base GT3 a lot, and I'm also a big fan of the Turbo S. Do let me know what y'all think about the Turbo S in the comments below. We can all agree. Let me hit the other camera. Just checking this car out, man. Look how, you know what? Let me go in photo mode. Let me go in photo mode real quick in the sunlight. just check out the Turbo S-Man with the Brabus parts. It is absolutely beautiful. If you guys do want this car, I do know it is going to be fairly rare in the auction house, but one thing I have definitely been learning from this though is patience is going to be key. I have gotten so many rare cars. There's a few more I want to get, and then I'm most likely probably going to retire from the auction house for a bit. I might buy and flip some cars still here and there, but I have a lot of the rare cars I most likely never thought I would get, including the 911 Turbo S. Biggest thing is honestly patience. But moving over to Porsche number 4, though, is going to be the 911 GT3 R. I don't know what gave it away, but I think this might end up being a race car. What do y'all think? Is it? I kind of think it is. But what's insane to me, though, is this car was probably the most difficult car I've gotten in the game so far, at least up there. It took over 2 hours for me to snipe one of these. I kept seeing them pop up even for 20 million, and I still couldn't get them because I wasn't fast enough. Most likely a skill issue, but either way, I was still having issues getting one of these, and I finally did end up getting it. I was so dang hyped up after 2 hours. I was like, let's go. And what's even more insane to me, though, is driving this car is a completely different level. The GT3R is absolutely insane. Probably one of the best handling cars I've drove in this game so far. Now, I do know I haven't drove a lot of them because I'm still new and I'm kind of testing stuff out. Look at the interior, by the way, man. This is absolutely crazy looking. Is it a race car? I don't know. Is it? Kind of think it is. But let me go drive this thing real quick. I just could not believe how great this car handles, and I really do love the way this thing looks. It is so dang beautiful. I could not imagine how this car probably looks in person. Do let me know in the comments if you guys have seen one of these in person. I am really curious because I do know you're probably only going to see it at like a special event or most likely a racetrack, which probably very obvious, but just take a look at this thing. It is going to have the racing tires on it and stuff like that as well. Super wide body. You'll see the big wing on the back of it. This thing looks so good. I love this car. One thing I really cannot believe, though, was the way this car handles. Actually, you know what? Isn't there a track over here somewhere? Wait, is it this way? I think it is. Okay, there we go. So I will have a small track I can drive this thing on. That will work. Either way, though, this car is an absolute animal at S2. Like, I cannot believe how fast this thing is. I will have to try it out in some PvP and some racing in general because I haven't really used it yet. I do know a lot of people are probably going to use, like, the AMR Pro or whatever it is. That car is fantastic. But when I saw something about this car being in the game, I knew it was going to be rare. I didn't think it was going to be as difficult as it was to get because I was like, all right, it won't be that bad. I'll get one. But no, it took a while to get it. Definitely worth every bit of it. It feels fantastic. Look at the interior, bro. Look at the way the lap time, you can see the lap time there, oil pressure, see like the speed, the gearing. It looks so dang incredible in first person view. Like this car is so pretty. I think a lot of people probably want this thing. I know it's going to be hard to get, guys, because I was battling it out trying to get one. I was so glad when I finally saw buyout successful. I was like, let's go. Immediately upgraded the car, started to drive it, and I literally could not put this thing away. The way this car handles on corners, the way it feels, it's just is absolutely amazing. Now, if you're going to be a fan of Porsches, I would say you're going to want this thing. I mean, if you have the 911 Turbo, you have something like the GT3, the old 4.0, you're probably going to want to add this car to your collection. That's kind of where I was. I was like, all right, well, I have those. Let me try to get this race car, but man, that was going to be a challenge. If you guys are trying to get this thing, do not give up. It will happen, but it will probably take some time, though. A lot of people seem to want this car. For me, though, and after finally getting this car, though, I can easily see why so many people are battling over it. I saw forums and stuff of people saying, yo, that car handles incredibly great. Why does the 911 GT3R handle so well? That someone goes, it's kind of a race car. Makes a lot of sense, right? This car is not only going to sound great, it feels incredible. Interior view is amazing. It also handles, it's just amazing all the way around. Do let me know what y'all think about the GT3R in the comments below. Do you guys have this car? Do you want it? If you haven't gotten one yet, do stay persistent. This thing goes very quick in the auction house, and I can definitely see why. And then for the final Porsche I did want to show here is going to be the number 92 Porsche RSR. I'm going to be real and probably say that I wasn't even going to include this car in the video. I didn't know if it was going to be rare. Apparently it is. Let me know in the comments. I was seeing that apparently this car is fairly hard to get. It did cost me 20 million to grab one. I also sat in the auction house for like 30 minutes or something to get it. It wasn't too bad. I'll show a screenshot of that if you guys do want to see what I did pay for it. I would say you could probably get it cheaper, but I also am not sure because I did not see a lot of these. I never saw a cheap one, but I figured why not go after the 92 RSR. That way I can put it next to like the GT3 RS and the old one, then also the 911 Turbo, and of course the GT3 R. Kind of had to put this thing next to that one, guys. But look at it. It is going to be a race car. Again, though, I wonder what gave it away. I'm not sure. Kind of weird. Let me see if I get out now. How do I... There we go. That wasn't too bad. Let me go jump into this thing and drive it because I have not even drove this car yet. It is going to have the racing tires on it and stuff like the other one. It is, you know, again, going to be a race car. But I am curious, though, to see how the number 92 Porsche does compared to, like, the GT3 R. I wonder how both cars are going to be. I know this is going to be the older one. Let me go to cars real quick and see. Okay, so this is going to be the older one. It's a 2017. That one is the newer version of it. So I'm probably going to say this car is probably right up there. Probably still going to be great. I'm most likely going to guess, though, and say if a lot of people are probably going to be racing or being really competitive and stuff, well, they are probably going to pull out the new GT3R. Like, at least that's my guess. I have not seen a single person drive this car anywhere, bro. Is the light flashing? Okay, I'm not tripping. I thought my brake button on my controller was broken, but no, it's legit flashing back there. I'm not sure why it does that. Racing people in the comments, let me know if you know stuff about racing. I'm not sure, but I'm sure someone can, you know, shine some light there. Either way, though, this thing is quick. It's really quick. Oh my, okay, this thing's flying now. I do have a build on this car. I'm definitely not going to keep it on here. I am going to experiment and put something else, but it's quick, though. I mean, it is going to handle nicely. I do think the GT3R handles better, but I would say that's probably going to make sense. This car still feels very nice. If you're doing a Porsche-only event, or maybe it's locked to, like, a certain type of generation, I don't know if that's possible. But if it was, then I would say this car is a great option. Overall, though, the RSR is pretty dope. Ooh, wait. Let me go into first-person mode. Oh, look at that, bro. Look at the wheel. Okay, this is something I gotta point out real quick. The detail in Forza Horizon continues to blow my mind. We could probably hate on certain things like the map and all that, guys. At least my mirrors properly work and they're not glitchy like Motorfests are. And also, the dash on the steering wheel is going to have a lot of nice detail to it. It's not going to be glitching out like some of the F1 cars and stuff. And boom, look at me, lights are working. Me lights are also working. That's dope. It goes legit. Wait, hold on. Let me slow down. Green, yellow, red, and then it goes to blue and you got to shift. That's so cool. I love little pieces of detail like this. This is also why I've not been able to put this game down, bro. But with that being said, though, I definitely wanted to show off some of these rare Porsches I did end up getting. Now, again, I also have the Dakar 911 Rally. That thing is so dang dope. I'll show some footage of that. Actually, you know what? Let me just switch to it real fast. I'll just do it that way and show that car off. Easily one of my favorites. Now, the reason why that car wasn't in this video is because it was in an older one. I didn't want to, like, overlap it, show it again, because it was a mild showcase. But I love the 911 Rally. Again, if you guys are wondering, I've seen a few of these in real life. I've also been around one when it was delivered off a truck at a Porsche dealer. Absolutely love this car so much. Look at it, man. It is so dang beautiful. It is going to be very rare alongside the other Porsches in the game. Do let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Also, let me know your favorite Porsche 911 in the comments. I am curious, the GT3, the regular 911, is it the GT3R? Is it going to be this one here? Do let me know in the comments, guys. I am curious. I do know everybody loves Porsches. I really want to see what everybody does like. Do stay tuned for a few more of these videos, though. I've been having a great time. There's a few more rare cars I want to get, and also a few funny ones I do want to make some videos on.